It's time to cook supper, and I have got about 6 medium-sized potatoes, and I've washed them. We're going to get them put out on this cookie sheet, baking sheet, sheet pan, whatever you want to call it. We're going to get these in the oven, starting supper early. Now I want to get these in for sure because these have got to bake and then come out, cool off to where I can handle them. Then we're going to make some twice baked potatoes to go with our steaks we're having for supper tonight. That just sounds real good to me. So we're going to have chuck eyes and roasted corn on the cob, twice baked potatoes, and homemade yeast rolls. Y'all, that sounds amazing. So I am just going to drizzle these with some olive oil. This is going to crisp up those skins as they roast. And then I'm going to put some coarse sea salt on them. So let's get the olive oil all over our potatoes. Like that. This will be to where you can eat the skin and all. If you've ever been to a steakhouse and gotten a baked potato and they do their potatoes this way, you will know what I'm talking about. Where you can eat the skin of the potato. Paps loves that. He loves the ones at Outback. So, alright, let me rinse my hand off. Get some of that oil off. Alright, now we're just going to take our sea salt. Just go over top of this. I like the coarse sea salt for this. And we're just going to flip them. Oh, we're going to do the other side. Like that right there. Now, you don't have to use the coarse sea salt. You use whatever salt you have. Okay, I have used just regular table salt. I've used kosher salt. I like this. I do. Alright, one more rinse. I don't know why I even fooled with rinsing my hands a minute ago, but I did. Alright, these are going in a 400-degree oven until they are fork tender. And then I will pull them out because I don't want them to get way done, but I want them to be where they're fork tender. So that's going to take, I'm going to guess about 30 to 40 minutes. We'll see, but I'm going to guess that. So off to the oven they go. It is time to get these potatoes out of the oven. Whew, let some of that heat come out of there. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh yeah. Fork tender, fork tender. Yep. They are good to go. So, I'm going to let them sit there. But I am going to go ahead and get my corn in the oven because my corn is still a little bit on the frozen side. I didn't take it out of the freezer early. And I don't blanch my corn when I put it in the freezer. So when I go to cook it, I usually don't I usually don't thaw it all the way, for the simple fact that sometimes it can get a little bit gummy, and I don't want that to happen. And I have found that if I put it in the oven and it's still frozen, then that takes care of that. That's my experience, okay? Don't want to seem to mislead anybody. Right, Frank? Anyway, we got that in. So that's going to cook probably about 45 minutes in the oven. And all we have to do is let these cool a little bit to where I can cut them and handle them to restuff them. And I'll bring you guys back and show you what all I'm putting in here. We're doing loaded twice baked potatoes. Oh, it's gonna be so good. And yeah, supper's coming along nicely. All right, our potatoes, I think, are cool enough to deal with. Let me scoot them down a little bit so y'all can see what I'm doing. I'll scoot y'all back. Here we go. I should have checked that out, but I didn't. All right, let's see. I need a spoon out of here. There we go. So I took the other tablespoons of butter that I didn't use in our yeast rolls that we made. You'll see that video right before this one. If you haven't seen it, then I will try to remember to link it to this one. And I'm just going to cut this up.
Hey, what's up?
Alright, so there's that. Now, I'm going to take our potatoes. We'll do this one first. And we're just going to cut them. Okay? And what the goal is here is this. You just want to leave enough room around the edges, okay, that the peels don't just fall apart. You want something to stabilize it. So I just take my spoon, run it down in there, and then just pull that out. And we're going to leave about that. I may take a little bit more, but I don't want to take too much more. There we go. And then we just put it back on our pan, and we just continue to do that with the other potatoes. We're just going to dump it out into this bowl that I have over here. Oh, my little kitchen helper is running through the house, making all sorts of noise today. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut all of these like that. And that way, just have to pick them up, scoop it out. I'm not going to switch out anything because there's no sense in dirtying up even more stuff. Am I right? I will be honest, I hate dishes about as much as I do laundry. Not my favorite things to do. And, well, we'll just leave it at that. Okay? That one, I'm going to leave some in it. It's got a very thin peel on it. So we're just going to go around. Got a gnat flying in my face. I'll be glad when, this season is over with. Y'all, this is so easy to do. So easy to do. You just want to be careful with it, so take your time. And I love twice baked potatoes. And you can dress these up any way you want to. Like I said, we're going to do these loaded, because that's what I'm in the mood for tonight. And I'm just kind of taking some of this salt off. I might have got a little salt happy, don't you know? There we go. These could have stayed in the oven for about 5 or 6 more minutes, but they're good. They're good. I think if I had left them in the oven any longer, some of the skins would not have made it through this process. These are new potatoes. I bought these fresh from the Mennonite market. I think I got like almost 30 pounds of them. And y'all, they are so good. Some of the best potatoes ever. Ever. We're about done. Look at us. I love new potatoes. I love the really small new potatoes, cooked up in just butter. Oh man, now that is good. Get some of this salt off my hands. Sorry y'all, I just don't want all that salt dripping down into my bowl. I'm trying here. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so good. Now you can use a hand masher when it's time to mix everything together, or you can use an electric mixer, or you can use whatever you want. I actually made these for a Christmas dinner that we went to last year, and some of my kids were there, and they were like, who made these potatoes? And I said, I did. And they were like, excuse me, but why did we never know that you could make these, and why have we never gotten these? Well, you know, Mama's just full of surprises sometimes. Uh-oh, I tore that one up pretty good. Oh well, it'll eat. Y'all already know we do things rustic around here. Alright, so there's that. Let me rinse my hand off one more time. Okay. Dry my hand. We're going to set these off to the side over here. Sometimes my dishes Jenga that I've got going on over here works in my favor. All right, here we go. So to this, I'm going to add some cream cheese. Lord, some sour cream. This is a loaded twice baked potato. So I'm going to add that. Let me grab me another spoon out of here. We want to just add, we'll add that much for right now. We're going to add some cheese, and I may wind up using all this. I've just got some Colby Jack here, that, and I love Colby Jack. Like, if you're doing loaded potatoes, Colby Jack is where it's at. Okay, I'm just saying. I'll save some of that to put on top. Then I've got some green onions here that I cut up and put in the freezer. So I thawed them out. I'm going to put them in. I actually got 2 bags here, and I think I'm going to use both of them. Hopefully my bowl is going to be big enough. And then I've got some bacon bits. Sorry, Paps was calling. I had to take care of him. I've got some bacon bits here. Again, I buy these in bulk, and then we divvy them out. All right, let's see where we're at here. Just gonna take my spoon and kind of put this together. If I need to add more bacon bits, then I have them right here. I'm gonna get my mixer out here in just a second. We're going to use it to mix this up good. And I'm probably going to wind up adding more sour cream. So, we shall see. We shall see. Let me grab my mixer and I'll be right back. Sorry, y'all. Paps called back. Apparently there is a wreck between he and I. And he was just letting me know that it's not him. Thank you, Lord. So now we're just getting this mixed up. It doesn't have to be totally smooth or anything like that. But I just want those big chunks of potatoes to be worked down just a little bit. I don't want the big chunks. And I want the potatoes and the sour cream mixed together. So I can kind of tell whether I need to add more or whether we're good. I always start out with a little bit and then work my way up. Because you can always add more, but you can't take it away. So, I've not put any seasoning in these yet. Oh, it smells really good. Now my oven's still on, my corn's in the oven, so it's still on. And it's sitting over there waiting on us. Alright. The mixer did its job. So we're going to put it up out of the way. And we're going to taste test and see what we need. So let's grab a spoon here. And let's see. I'm going to stir it up pretty good. Let's see. I don't want that big of a bite. Yeah. Needs a wee bit of salt. Not a whole lot. Just a wee bit. You got to remember, potatoes can handle a lot of salt. So now I'm going to put some on this spoon. Just a wee bit more salt. Y'all, that is so good. That is so good. Supper should be about done by the time Paps gets home, which is normally my goal, to have supper on the table when he walks in. There we go. That's good. No extra sour cream needed. And I don't need those extra bacon bits, I don't think. So now we're going to bring our potatoes back over here. Go on, Mr. Nat. Thank you. Now we're just going to put our mixture back into our potato holes. Like that. It's kind of like deviled eggs, except it's taters. Then the trick is to get them to set up. They don't like to set up sometimes. And I'm just taking my spatula and pushing these potatoes, this mixture, down into the potato hole. Sometimes you have leftovers, sometimes you don't. Again, deviled eggs. Just saying. If you've never made deviled eggs, you won't have a clue what I'm talking about. If you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm glad I decided to do this instead of just boring old baked potatoes. I'm going to attempt to do this one. We'll see how this goes. Y'all, I can't talk today. I'm not going to put a whole lot on that one. I'm just not. Oh, yes. I think all we've got left is to put these back in the oven. And I am going to put some more cheese over top. We just got to put these back in the oven for a few minutes and throw them steaks in the cast iron. And that's it. We are done. The corn is about ready to come out. These will go in, take its place. Oh my goodness. We may not be able to get up and move at all by the time supper's over with tonight. Just saying. Lord. We may just be lazy and veg out on the couch. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I'm sure Aiden won't have none of that, but you know, there's wishful thinking. Alright. This is the last one. There's that. Oh, come back over here, little one. Alright, so I've got this much left. So I'm going to take, and that one that's busted, I'm going to put a little more on it. And we'll put a little more right there. Just a tiny bit. We'll divvy this out. We ain't going to waste none of it. I promise you ain't gonna waste none of it. All right. So there's the potatoes. Now I'm going to sprinkle, if I can get them to stand up, I'm going to sprinkle a little extra cheese over top of all of them. Just like that. There we go. Might as well finish the cheese off. I've never, ever heard of anybody complain there's too much cheese. All right, there's that. These are going into a 400-degree oven just until the cheese is melted. It's all ooey gooey. And then we're ready to eat supper. All right, y'all. Let me get you this turned around a little bit. Got our cast iron. We are going to turn this eye on about medium. Got my chef chamois. I guess that's how you say it. Garlic butter. Got this at Sam's. Love it. Love it. Love it. We are going to get us a chunk of this. Oh, off into our skillet. We're going to have some more of this very soon. Guess I will have to make a Sam's trip. I don't know if I can make that much. Oh, that's too bright. That's too bright. Don't know that I can make that much last until the first of the year. I mean, I can try. This stuff is amazing. Amazing. Okay, we'll leave it at that now for now. Nothing on my refrigerator wants to work. So first, we're going to, well, find the scissors that some little boy likes to use on his arts and crafts, and that's what he's been working on today. So I've got some hamburger meat thawed out here, okay? And I know, everybody, let me fix y'all, because y'all ain't right. So I've got some hamburger meat, and y'all are standing there saying, but I thought you were doing steaks. Well, we are, and that still ain't right. There we go. But some little boy has decided he likes steaks, and he thinks he has to have his own. So we make him boneless steaks, aka hamburger steaks. And that's his steak to eat with Nanny and Paps. So that's what we're doing tonight. If he was to even think that we were doing steak without him, he would be devastated. So I'm going to put my butter around my cast iron skillet here. I'm going to go ahead and put this in. There we go. I'm going to go wash my hands real quick. Okay. That we will put into the refrigerator, and I will use it for supper tomorrow night. May have to change things around on my menu, but that's okay. That is fine. All right. Now, we are doing the chuck eyes. I have them right here. Y'all, we like chuck eyes better than we do just about any other kind of steak. except a good prime rib. Prime rib is so darn expensive. We may never eat another one, I don't know. Alright, I am using Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse. We love this seasoning. Love, love, love it. I'm going to put it on his boneless steak. Now when he figures things out, we may be in a little bit of trouble. There we go. I love this seasoning. I've not tried a Kinder's that I don't like. So, I'm going to check on our taters. Woo. Alright, those are looking good. We've still got a few minutes on them. This is for my corn. Supper is coming together nicely. Yes, it is. We're almost done, y'all. Almost done. Look how tender that one is. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Alright. It's being turned off. It's time to eat supper, y'all. And there's supper for tonight. We've got our chuck eye, our roasted corn, twice baked loaded potatoes, homemade rolls. Y'all look at that.
Wow.
Let's eat supper, y'all.